Yes, we are doing a second one.
Yeah.
I did make the button that made the second one record correctly. But yeah, second draft. Let's see what we have different going on here. Maybe we can be the magic missile player.
Maybe we can draft magic missile. If you're quick to point out the Uro thing is the Quandrix ability in the chat, try to come up with something better.
Because
It's hard.
again, that's not Quandrix though. Like saying Quandrix, because it's not Quandrix. It's not Simic. It's just like their generic blue-green
Yeah, they're.
design. Because like Quandrix specifically is.
Oh, we're speaking of drag. Oh, there's magic missile. Okay,
All right. So Nah Dragon
so
is a 7/7 flyer.
it's a 7/7 flyer that makes lots of treasure.
Uh huh.
Is that better than magic missile? I think it probably is.
It probably is.
The magic missile is just so good.
It's
It's a 7/7 flyer.
this is a 7/7 flyer that if it gets into play, it our opponent loses to it because it's big.
Yeah,
I
and removal sucks, so we kind of have to pick it.
I kind of
Sorry,
think,
magic missile.
yeah. Let's make note that we passed a magic missile. But what else is in this pack? That's really the best card by a
The
mile.
draw, the contact other plane card's pretty good.
Oh yeah, and the Dungeoneers are pretty like
Veteran
playable.
Engineer.
Portable hole, choose your weapon, moon dancer. If I want to get in on that this time, we also got like good green down here. If I want
Yeah,
to be a big green.
the green creatures are probably worth looking at. What is the card to the right of Fate's Reversal? Manticore.
That
Okay,
is
Manticore's not
Manticore.
Manticore is okay.
My problem with Manticore is that it costs 4 mana. That's one too many.
Yeah, it's got flash, which makes it a little better, but yeah. Which creature are we looking here?
You know, I could either go that or I could actually pick up Tresselara and see if that works, but would be fun to try it.
I could try it.
I would be on like Hill Giant and just going big. I'm gonna pick this just to try it out. One of the things is that I don't think red is something I want to jump in because we passed Magic Missile, right? Like,
Yeah, we passed Magic Missile.
give me Ancient Lore. Oh, hello.
Purple Worm!
All right,
Big
well,
green creatures.
big green.
My power is really extraordinary. Treasure Vault? Is that just tap mixed treasures? Yeah.
Tap XX tap to sec. Artifact land. That's actually.
Ooh. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's the only text on here that makes this card like playable, because like it's actually it's a bunch of artifact come into play triggers on top of an artifact come into play trigger.
If it wheels, we might pick it because we have 2 7-drops. It's like a storage land.
Yeah.
Bulette's pretty good.
Ooh. This is a fight.
Yeah, that's a bite.
Or a bite,
So
bite, not a fight. And
that's like that or Bulette are both pretty good. What's the Devoted Paladin do?
Devoted Paladin is that generic kind of like +1/+1 your team effect. It's fine.
A fine card, but not one I think we care about.
Yeah, I see Windseer. I like Mind Sorcerer. That one's a good one.
Do you know why Eye of the Beholder gives -11, -11?
Why does it give -11, -11?
Beholders have 1 big eye and 10 eye stalks.
Okay, alright, well.
Right.
What if we make this happen? Right? Like, at this point, now that we have 2 of this card,
Yeah, now that Shepherd becomes much better.
Yeah, well, like, the Bard is good. That the Vigilance creature that gets life gain on attack is good.
Planar Ally is quite good.
Planar Ally is a reason I actually play the white in here. Ultgard Ranger is also just a jerk.
It's a big creature.
Yeah, I like Planar Ally here. I kind of want to make the white work.
Let's pick it then. The Sphinx of whatever.
Plummet, choose your weapon.
Half-elf monk. This is a tapper.
Yeah, it's kind of expensive. That's my problem with it. I don't understand why Plummet's in the set when this is in the set, but I guess there's a lot of dragons, so we wanted multiple answers. Is the actual answer.
Any of these cards are reasonable, even the mace. If you're on 7 drops, it makes the mace a little less exciting. Really, you would want the boots of haste.
Yeah. Dog.
It's a pretty good trick, but the dog is also pretty good.
Okay.
Okay, good 2-drop.
Pretty happy to get a reasonable
Yeah, if we were more of the Venture, the Gloomstalker is very good, but the Null Hunter also works well with big creatures.
Oh, good God.
Green's open!
Green's wide open. Do I care about Gorger or do I want, like, Circle Moon? Like,
I feel like we'll get another Gorger, and we already have...
And also, we have a lot of top. Let's get some middle going. Give me some Bards back. Okay. I'll take the loot card. Actually...
What do you do? Dragons have Ward 1. If you have a dragon, dragon,
+1,
dragon,
+1.
dragon.
+1. So it's a 2/4 if I have a dragon, which I only have the one of.
What does Mimic do?
It is a treasure token that can become a 3/3.
Huh. Interesting.
Okay. And Bull
Bard.
Strength.
That's a good sign.
Bard.
You picked wrong. What is Splash Black for Skeletal Swarming?
There's no world where I'm not picking Skeletal Swarming. We might not do this. We might still do this and just splash this. The trick is, I'm splashing Skeletal Swarming and nobody can stop me. Pack, by the way, this is good stuff.
Goblin Morningstar, Better
the red.
Horn.
The red is...
Hobgoblin Captain's quite good.
Singer.
Valor Singer's pretty okay.
If we actually end up with the life gain deck, we got the cool...
The Unicorn's pretty good. Yeah, but Skeletal Swarming.
Skeletal
Splashing
Swarming
is so easy in this set. Oswald Fiddlebender. Sacrifice an artifact, search your library for an artifact, +1. Okay, so he does the Arkham Dagsum thing.
Yeah, this is birthing pod for artifacts. Is the idea.
Sylvan Shepherd, there is the Veteran Dungeoneer, there is another Planar Ally.
Yeah, I kind of want to get the curve down is the thing I'm worried about. This is a good card. This is a good card. I mean, this isn't a great card, but it's good for us with the Moon Dancers.
Yeah, so we can solidify that.
I kind of want to solidify that. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. This pack... Oh, I actually might like this.
We might be a dungeon map deck.
This is a deck that we might be... Because, like, the Venture also can get us to the treasure token, but more importantly, like, just this stuff at top end.
Yeah. And it's the kind of thing where it ramps you, but also gives you something to do with your extra mana.
And I kind of like more...
The Dwarfold Champion is okay.
Yeah.
It's like a 2-drop. Especially if we get the Torch. That thing works really well with the Torch, but we don't have the Torch.
Yeah.
Let's get our life. We have 2 of the Trisalas.
Okay.
The Roper.
Roper when we have the Shepherds and the Bards. Like,
a little better. Plus you can use the Mad Mage to untap it a couple times.
Yeah.
Choose one. That's a lot of text.
So,
Underdark
target creature you control becomes either a 1/3 hexproof, 1/5 reach, 3/3 trample.
Basilisk has done some work.
This is effectively a 1-mana counterspell by making a thing a hexproof, or like a combat trick that makes the thing into a 3/3. But like, I kind of want my curve fixed here.
We're not thirsty enough to play the potion yet.
Potion cycles, which makes me not hate the card, but like...
It's revitalized, but worse. The Pit Trap might be playable. It's not really playable, though.
It's better than most anything else.
Gloomstalker could also eventually become playable.
Yeah.
Actually, we're already splashing black. How can we make use of that ability is the other question, though.
Might as well try that, or the Pegasus to fly over, right? Like
the Pegasus is pretty good. So yeah, sorry, Barrowin. Yeah, see now we can consider lesser cards. Planar Ally came back. Stick a plummet in there. This is why you don't go in on the potions.
Alright, I want a little bit of fixing.
On Evolving Wilds would be very nice. I would like the torch. I don't know what it's called. It's not Blazing Torch, because that's the card that miraculously was not from Innistrad.
Yes.
It was from Zendikar.
Alright, let's get the last pick.
Demi-Lich. People are excited about that card.
Makes sense. I might be on this land.
We do have a dragon card.
I mean, the big thing is this is just coming to play tap, name a color. It is that color, right? Like,
this is Evolving Wilds.
This is Evolving
Wilds.
Wilds. Which, like we said we wanted. It would be like that or Knoll Hunter or Unicorn, I think.
We have more 2-drops than it looks like, because we've also got 2 Trisolaras, but I could see this picking the land here.
I kind of want the fixing because we are on 3 color, and I want to make this playable.
Yeah, the Skeletal Swarming is... Plus, look at how many picks we've got. We're not playing all these, but... Intrepid Outlander, nice.
And the Unicorn.
Even the Herbalist wouldn't be the worst.
Again, I'm kind of worried about my curve, so another 2 is big.
Yeah, like the Outlander's pretty good.
Ooh.
The Gargoyle is pretty bad unless you can complete a dungeon, because it does not fly until you've completed one.
Maybe the allies and the map. It's not huge. I don't think I'm giving up too much in this pack is the thing.
Yeah, it would be like that or like Bulette,
yeah,
which we don't really have we would just have to do Bulettes with trades.
Ooh. Yes.
Ah, this guy.
There we go. This is the card that make our deck function.
This stupid guy.
Give me more of that, please.
Well, more healing potions.
I might play this.
Yeah, we could use it to. Oh, you create a dungeon, a token, treasure token, and adventure.
Yeah, like it's not unplayable as that back end.
It's like scry 1, make a treasure token. Just how many Dragon's Disciples do you want? Actually, we might want that 2-drop.
Yeah, this has a life gain on a 2-drop.
And it just kind of affects. Man,
here's
Monk.
A ramp on a.
That's not terrible either. That might be better than the dungeon map.
Yeah. Well,
there's one right there if you want it.
Let's grab it. There's nothing else in this that I'm looking at.
Probably better than Knoll Hunter, yeah.
Scare our opponent. And here I can finally pick up this wild shape, have one of these.
It's a weird trick.
It is a weird trick, but it should get the job done.
The Hawk. Or that green thing is a...
Yeah, well, we have 7s, right? Like...
It's not good, though. Neverwinter... It is fixing, though. But at least we got it. Okay, we can have to find the path or the Hawk or whatever you want. Now, I don't know how to feel about this deck, but it has a card that beat us last time in it.
Yeah.
Which means we're invincible.
Has a bunch of weird stuff going on in it.
We're going to get run over, but we've also seen that a lot of decks in this format just kind of don't do anything for the first few turns. Our curve's not that bad. We have a fair number of 2-drops. The one bad thing is we don't have much to do with the treasure tokens Old Gnawbone makes.
No, there's no big payoff for that.
But we were never getting that anyways. There's not many of them. Like the Hydroland or the Ochre Jelly would be it, and they're both rares. Yeah, 1 swamp and a temple. Let's go with our very, very good black spell. And what's our last one? The Direwolf Prowler is pretty playable. We're already playing one Ranger Longbow. Find the Path kind of helps us jump the gun. We already have a Inspiring Bard, right?
No, we do not.
Oh, well, one of those is probably fine, just because it's a
Same with the...
Primal Force Mage?
Yeah, it's a primal. It's the, like, Yeva's mage or whatever as well.
Yeah. It's a playable spell.
The 7/7 split on Plains Forest looks awkward, but I'm not sure I can go any less. He's like...
We do have we have a tap land that just taps for any color.
Yeah.
I could see going down A Plains.
That's as far as I would put it. Alright, so we're going to lose one game to having all three of our 2-drop in our opening hand.
We're going to do that. We are also going to lose a game to Magic Missile. Hopefully they're the same game.
Hopefully it's the same game. That makes things easy. Right?
I want to play Magic Missile with Torbjorn.
Oh god, 3/3/3.
It's like Flame Wave or whatever.
Yeah.
I should have made Cone of Flame with Torbjorn. Love a good Cone of Flame.
Sweet.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
I like this, especially with Trissalara.
If we draw a land, we can...
Even if I don't, I've got 2/2s,
yeah.
so... This scries, by the way, on life gain. If you didn't, check that out.
Boots up speed.
So, if we draw a land, we're in a really good position. If we don't, we're in, like, a mediocre...
You want to offer the trade and then play a second Tresselara?
Let's see if they think this is too valuable. Ha!
Yeah.
That's
what I thought they would do.
That was a good pull. Because they think this card is too valuable to let live, yeah. Which...
And it immediately gets shut down anyways. Okay, we're gonna play around.
Well, we're both on 2-landers.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to equip their 2
yeah.
to be able to attack.
Also, you know, they drew out first. Alright. Not great.
Well, if we draw the land, we get Intrepid.
Yeah.
And we can double life gain on the first attack where we have the Intrepid.
Yes.
Because we can enter the Tomb of the Mad Mage. You're having pauses.
Fuck. Like, why didn't you kill me?
I think they must have Dragon Flame in their hand.
That doesn't make any sense.
They're going to let us double block and then torch one of them.
I guess, but I'm just like... I think I might have the spoils kill their Hobgoblin.
That seems like a reasonable play to make. And then we can always gain the life off the Intrepid Bard. It doesn't matter what we punch with here.
The other thing about gaining life is that it gains its life.
It gains its life, it lets us win the race. Get out and win the race. Win the race. Good cards.
Damn. Incorrect. That's the wrong play.
How many 2/3s do you want?
At this point, I need to leave back a lot of blockers. So if they had pumped with the goblin, they would have had venture.
Because it gives haste, right?
Yeah, it gives haste on the activation.
We have 2/3s, another 2/3 and 3/2.
Yep.
They had the card I thought they had.
Yep. So Valor Singer, which lets them do a thing, and they get to venture here, but I'm killing their goblin. Because we have to kill their goblin here. Because I kind of...
We really need to draw the land.
Yes, we're in a very bad position unless we draw the land. If we do draw the land, we have 2/3/3s to block, and we get to, like, hopefully get... That's the wrong dungeon.
They took the generic choice and not the killing us choice.
Right. My life total's so low, that should be... No, I have to get this off the table. We'll lose if that card sticks. Okay.
Life. If we can turn the corner here.
Yeah, we're in a good position. We can turn that... I want that to be able to play Planar Ally, I think.
Yeah, we have a 7-drop in our hand. We can't say that. That just means we only have one dead draw on the deck right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, one. Because I think Purple Worm we could cast. Time for Inspiring Bard to eat it.
That attack doesn't make any sense. Unless they have a worm, but they tap too low to have a worm.
They might just smell blood.
I think they're making... Like, I think we turn the corner on this because they're making too many suboptimal plays.
Yeah, they're kind of tilting, maybe. Or they're playing Gruul 2-drops and they just want to turn them sideways, which, hey, I can't blame them. They've got a bite here. They're thinking about their thing, and they're thinking about which one of our guys to kill. Oh, shit.
That fucking sucks.
Oh, they just blocked the goblin, right?
So this is either Goblin Token or Treasure Token. I blocked the Goblin because we need the bodies in play to not die.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we also want to keep them off. Oh, shit. Whale. You can offer the trade and then play another one. Classic move.
I think they'll sniff that out.
We're certainly playing Sylvan Shepherd this turn.
What if I attack Planar Ally and gain a life by going into Long Dungeon?
That would be a reasonable play to make as well.
They kill us with a good top deck there, but...
Yeah, we kind of have to try to swing for the fences though, right?
Yeah. This lets us scry. I need to...
We need action, so...
Yeah, land is too slow to get us out of this. This Shepherd might be enough to get us out of this, but we'll have to see. The hope here is that I just trade Moon Dancer.
Yeah.
If they have another threaten off the top, we'll lose.
They might just put the boots onto the Hobgoblin Captain.
I would block that with Moon Dancer and Sylvan Shepherd. Because they would... Actually, no, they'd have to attack with Intrepid Outlander, and that would suck. So I'd have to chump block Hobgoblin Captain.
What does the Captain get on Pack Tactics?
First strike.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's very good. So clearly I want to trade my 4/4 here.
Okay, do we just take the 3?
I think I'm willing to take the 3.
Okay. And hopefully they don't have a creature that can... That's the card they drew when they ventured.
Yep.
They're going to have Pack Tactics again.
So I attack with Shepherd here. I don't think... What are we in dungeon for? Scry 1? That's useless. I need the blockers right now. This card is Vigilance.
Card has Vigilance.
Come on. Okay. I think I accept this one now.
Yeah, we accept this one because it lets us play Old Nabo next turn. And who do we plus up? Wait. It gains the +1/+1, okay.
Yes.
That's very good. Do we go to 1?
do have to.
Could also double block the captain. You get completely blown out by, or we're going to die to a trick, or
We're dead to a
we're
trick
blown up by a
anyway.
burn spell. So yeah,
I think we double block the hobgoblin. I think you're actually right because that lets us attack with the shepherd.
yeah.
But
Unless they leave us another creature. So I think we have to whittle them out of resources because we're going to have a 7/7, right?
yes,
So this sucks, but
and we have to keep the shepherd because it gains us life on the crackback here.
yeah, it gains us life. So okay, which of our valuable creatures do you want to kill?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think they have a post-combat creature
Yeah, they're thinking about just
because they would have
that.
hasted it.
Okay, so we can attack. Come on, 20.
I'll take that. That's a good amount. All right.
And now lethal. We're presenting lethal next turn.
Okay. Eye cycles. I don't care.
Those don't look like quite enough. They can haste the...
They can haste the
guy.
veteran, but they only have one equipment. They can't kill old Gnawbone. We should have this.
There's no threaten for 2 mana that I know of. They already used their 1.
Holy shit.
I like
So-
our opponent's deck.
Yeah, so, like, okay, so they ended that turn. If they had equipped and attacked all out, we go to 1. And as I mentioned, there were a lot of, like, minor
Yeah, they
sequencing errors that easily were those points. So just,
Yeah, they acted like their cards didn't have text. When
yeah.
They were just kind of playing their vanilla creatures.
The big one was the turn where they played Battlecry Goblin. They could have activated it rather than move the equipment. That would have given them an Intrepid Outlander trigger. And
Yeah.
one Intrepid Outlander trigger could have been enough to finish that.
Especially if they had gone down the Tube of Annihilation rather than...
Right, one more piece of blood
Vanilla.
obviously kills us. Still, as I agree with your assessment, though, that deck is...
They're deck whipped. Actually, if they had just gone down the Tube of Annihilation, we would have died from the tube triggers.
and a 4/4 would have shown up. Like, they did get through it all the way.
Well, we were at 3. And,
Yeah.
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 This is colors. This has got... It's a bit slow.
It's
but-
slow.
Well, what are you going to do? Hey! You could reveal a dragon.
That's right, I don't have to play the temple,
Yeah, we don't have to play the temple for a while.
which I'm going to take advantage of.
Just don't lose to the interface when the turn comes.
Now, the problem is we might lose to
Battlecry Goblin.
the fact that, okay, all right, that
A big creature.
stuff's a lot. 4/5, that requires real tricks.
It's difficult for things to get over.
The reason I'm waiting on the temple is because I'm holding a card that costs double white, and I really, man, your hand must be slow here. If they had another 2, they would have played equipped. They must be battle crying.
Are they gonna fire this? No.
There's no way they have a post-combat creature. Okay.
Okay, they have a burn spell, but it's not good enough because our creature's huge.
Yes.
It'll kill our Pegasus, but
Hopefully they spend it to 2 for 1 on Roper.
as we don't have continued life gain anyways.
Yeah, at the moment it's just a blocker, which is exactly what it needs to be. If they wait or something like that, we might be able to untap in Wild Shape. They might also...
Oh, if they're really mean, they threaten it. Threaten is so mean against the Roper. Because
I'm gonna destroy target artifact here, I think.
seems reasonable, and we can leave up Wild Shape.
Yeah. I don't want this... This equipment does a lot. Obviously, they have the Goblin to be able to haste some things.
You know, I didn't realize this was a sorcery. I'm a little lower on the card.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I thought that was an instant.
No.
'cause really, it follows the old design philosophy, which is make a card a sorcery unless it has to be an instant to function, but
Yeah, I
that
think
hasn't been true forever.
the trick with it is that it What the
Dargan.
fuck? Okay.
They're gonna. Okay. We can't quite. We make a 1/5 reach.
Yeah, it makes a 1/5 reach on the trick. I can play planar ally.
Which I think we do. We get their burn spell out of their hand.
Yeah, this is just eating their burn spell. The obvious hope here is that we can just get the old Gnawbone and hold that off, but...
Yeah. See, the adult gold dragon is an adult gold dragon. The old Gnawbone is an old Gnawbone.
So there's... Okay.
Oh, shit.
Big fireball. Alright.
I see. They know we have a dragon because of this pause. Okay.
I can trade with the adult gold dragon here.
We can Wild Shape and Arborea Pegasus. Although I think they are going to cast Dragon Fire on Arborea Pegasus.
Yeah.
Burning Hands. Well, we can counter that. By just giving our thing hexproof.
It makes it really so... The other problem here is the goblin. So the other thing I can do is I can kill the gold dragon by blocking with Pegasus and then swapping to a 3/3 with trample.
Yeah, so which two for one do you want?
I think I need to take that one. This sucks because they've got pump mana for the... We're dead as fuck. Okay.
They mistimed that.
Yeah, they could have killed us, effectively. We're dead here. Sadly, adult gold dragon is a it's one of
flyer.
It's a very giant threat, and it's a very basic threat. This is one of the best rares in the set, with like no real. It's not like huge text. Yeah, that's fine.
So when you're playing with Battlecry Goblin, remember your Hero Blade hold trigger.
Yep.
You want to wait until the Goblin's in play if you can.
Now,
pre-combat it if it would make you have the Ferocious.
Correct. They actually, no, they had to pre-combat it there to get haste on the 1/1.
Well, they had, yeah.
Which is the same, it's one more point of damage, right? Because
it's one more point. They made the right point.
Yeah, but you are correct in that you need to. Oh, right, no, that 1/1 already has haste. Okay, so sorry, I think red 1-drops suck, so like, which they do, but
red 1-drops do.
But yeah, so yeah, you want to trigger them the way that Gnome is saying, where you use it post the goblin coming into play, like it's a battle cry. Which, God, it's very powerful. That goblin is one of the scarier threats in this set because it's very good early, just as a 2/2 that can make some tokens, and as the game goes along, like.
Well, you get a lot of goblins from your venturing.
Yeah, this looks fine.
Speaking of venturing. Play an incredibly valuable... No, that is an artifact we can kill, though. Will a 0/4 wall get in our way?
Not really. Our hand has a ton of flyers.
So, maybe we don't care.
Do I just venture in? Because I know we want to get to Cloister? Is that just...
Perhaps.
It
feels a bit thirsty. There might be a turn where we can squeeze that in after playing Dungeon Map. Like, have that be our 2-mana play afterwards. We draw land, we go, like, Dungeon Map into...
I'm gonna hold it based on blue having a lot of like, narcolepsies.
Is it just artifact?
It has artifact or enchantment on it.
Okay. Rope,
Rope,
lamp oil, bombs,
rope, rope,
rope,
rope,
rope.
rope,
You've got it, my friend, so long as you've got enough rope.
rope.
It's a line from one of my favorite ancient YouTube poops. It's, if I'm not back in a month, send dinner.
This card's very strong.
It's a
That
very
card's
stupid,
also quite strong.
pretty good card.
Yeah, I wonder what they're going into. Yeah, okay.
They're going into the dungeon.
Yeah, we're going into... We are, when we start dungeon, likely doing similar in the sense that we need to,
We need the scries.
yeah. Nice. Nice.
They land on our off turn, say.
Combat.
Eh.
Lore!
Now, I think we have to win white here.
I'm gonna be greedy.
Let's be greedy. We can cycle Cursed Idol into a black if it comes to it.
Correct.
Or a white, rather. We can untap our Rupert again. Although if we do that, we can dungeon map into that.
Yeah, that's
so
that's the only reason I like to play.
Don't tap our planes, dummy. Thanks, Auto Tapper, for almost losing us the game. I have bad news.
Well,
You know what?
You are correct. It does not untap during my untap step.
You're not wrong.
Yep. You want it, you got it. Ooh.
You had enough rupees. What do you do?
Adventure on hit.
You have a 4 or 5. They can't really attack anymore.
I think I'm Druid plus Moon Cleric here.
Reasonable.
Circle of the Moon Druid. This is the... What cards is this one casting?
It's glitched. That's why its power and toughness changes a lot.
Okay.
You got the glitched card values.
Gotcha. It just keeps cycling.
Yeah, 2/5, a rarely seen stat line. It gives stuff. 2/4s have gotten more common, but were also fairly rare. But a 2/5, not a lot of those.
This is a card I'm happy to see because it attacks and pumps Triss
Also
Alarm.
untaps our Roper.
Yes, it lets Roper attack for free.
Well, they have a blocks on it, so you only get that once. But
Once we get far enough into the dungeon, though, there's a... Does it get encountered? Sure.
okay. We have nothing else we can really do.
If a large board, you can't really push the advantage. The moment you start opening that secret door, I'm killing it.
We want them to spend the mana. There are about 3 times as many 2/4s as 2/5s. That would make sense. Well, we can jump our 4/2.
Yeah, that looks like jump the 4/2 here.
Dancing Scimitar is a 1/5, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of 2/5s, and I thought of Dancing Scimitar, but that is a...
I'm very sorry, my friend. That goblin is not coming up into the air. I made this attack for a reason.
Yeah.
There we go.
Bonk. Give us a good 2/5. Is Duplicant a 2/5?
Ooh, that's a good card here.
Ooh, wizard. What is Vulcan's default stat line? Is this just 2-4?
What is the what for? What stat line are you thinking about?
Duplicant is a 2-4.
2-4,
Yeah.
yes. I think this is just Pegasus in.
Yeah, we can send in Peggle, and then we can.
Then we kill
Wait,
their wizard now because they didn't upgrade it.
is it as a sorcery?
It is as a sorcery. Text hidden up top here.
Yeah, let me just do that to deny them the cards.
I can get Gargoyle in with that. I think they have a trick here. That trick might be a Manticore. But, like, that's still okay.
You got your Ancient Carp and your Armored Cancrix.
There it is.
Aurelia is probably the best one.
Alright, where am I going here? I might be Tomb, actually.
Yeah, they're at 7. Seems reasonable to me.
The alternate would be, like, Lost Mine and try to push there, but...
Ancient Spider. How did I forget about that one? That's a classic. Remember what Ancient Spider is?
Ancient Spider.
From Plane Shift. It's one of those gold cards that would just be like an uncommon or common nowadays. Whoa!
Whoa!
It is a 2 and a white and a green for a 2/5 first strike reach. It is a rare.
Oh, it's a rare. Yeah, alright. Anyway, so they get to just play 3, like, you know, enter the dungeon here for some time. Sure.
Can we draw Skeleton Warriors? Or Plains?
All of these would be fine.
No. Well, we can play Intrepid Outlander and venture into the dungeon.
Yes.
Which we may as well do.
Decline.
We got the Yanti. That's a good card.
Yes.
I don't really have any attacks. We might have attacks next turn, but right now we don't.
Nah. Again, they just have like super cheap venturing, which is scary.
They have a flood outlet, but they already had flood outlets.
Yeah.
So really, they're just getting a mana discount on their Displacer Beast. Is what's happening.
Yeah, it is pretty good for them though, in the sense that like in their current position, like they're able to leverage it decently. Now, do they go into the tomb is a question. Like, do they want to get this on the board as a 5/5?
I think this card might be good in Alert.
Ooh, that's the wrong number. Attack. I need you to play the Lich and then attack it with the flyer.
Attack a me, attack a you. Because if you... Okay, in Alert, you can just draw your whole deck by repeatedly going through the lost... Like, you get infinite mana and infinite cards, right?
Yes.
Oh, they're doing this.
So they're going into the tomb.
They
And
can very easily pitch creatures. They went to the Oubliette.
This is a bad idea. This is gonna lose them the game.
Oh.
Because they have to sack a blocker. And they needed all of their blockers to not die. Yeah, that was super wrong. You lose. Like, you don't have blockers anymore, right? Like, we just turn this team sideways. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and venture.
So what did we learn, Jens? We learned to kill our opponent.
Yep.
We learned not to Ray of Frost a creature that doesn't untap anyways.
If they had one blocker, they might have been able to live. Actually, no, because Outlander ventures on attack. This will be an extra attacker. Without this, they would have been able to live if they would have just sacked the door twice. But with this, we're good.
We had things to do with our mana every turn, so we were
Yes.
completely right in picking black off the
But it also
completely pay no attention to the fact that it completely stranded a 3/3 flyer that would have been lethal in our hand. Didn't matter. We used our mana every turn, so it wasn't a bad thing.
It was greedy.
Tree 420 has been identified as our opponent. This is a 2-drop, a 5-drop, and an off-color card. Do you want to live forever? How often do you even see your dumb splashes in your hand?
Right.
And we got our worm.
Okay.
So we want our guy to live until at least turn 5.
Yeah.
Attack me, attack you. We saw Dritz several times. You're not wrong. Power word kill.
Wow. Get the fuck out of here.
They pulled the trigger on that Doomblade way. Although their Doomblades can't kill
Well, here's
their ally.
Here's their thing. They don't have creatures. They were doing that to stay alive in case we were rushing in. Because they need like cards here. Wow.
Wow, lead the Stampede for 1?
Yeah, lead the Stampede for 1.
What does that card do?
It is a 1/3 for 4 that forces a creature to block, and then you make pay 2 life to draw if a creature died.
Okay,
it's incredibly expensive. Anyway.
Hunter ally. Your power word kill cannot kill this, I think, because it says non-demon, non-angel, non-dragon creature, right?
Yeah. Alright, catch this one.
Now, here's the question. When we attack with our... How are we going to attack with both creatures?
I don't want to...
Would we... We're going to Purple Worm after?
Yeah.
We could also just play another planar ally.
We're also going to go into this dungeon and get to that treasure token.
Yep.
That is the reasoning. No. If they don't trade here, we just play second planar ally, right? Like, that's easy.
Yeah, and then we just cast the Purple Worm anyways.
Yes.
They take the trade because that's what that card does. Behold.
Anyway, here's hell. So any treasure token generation is, obviously huge for us. Which planar ally does on attack.
We also have that dumb sorcery in our deck that would do it.
Then it would be enough, too. Because it makes 2 treasure tokens. We'd actually be able to go with the goblin route, then.
Yeah, we have a swamp and a tap land.
Yep.
Those are also reasonable draws.
Yeah. Also just planar ally. What the fuck is happening? Alright.
Owlbear.
Sure.
Want to attack for 8?
If you've got a trick, you can 2-for-1 us on the owlbear with the +1/+3.
When you put it that way, I don't like it so much, but because the owlbear itself.
I don't believe that's a card they're playing because what would they be doing with that card in a 4-color deck?
Excuse you. You mean what would they be doing with that card in a 5-color deck? We haven't seen them out.
Yeah, okay. You're not wrong. Right. Planar ally, let's go. Cool thing about planar ally is that past the treasure token, the middle one is a drain one, which,
you want a fungus among this? The fungus might actually be good again because it might basically destroy any chance they have of double blocking the worm.
Correct. So yeah, we can fungus. We
Is the
could...
purple worm the biggest worm in Magic?
Not a Chthon. Well, no, sorry, worm.
Worm. Yeah, not worm.
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 Worm, not worm. How many worms are there in Magic? Worm, not worm.
There's a fair amount. So weirdly, Boneyard Worm is a worm, not a worm.
Mm-hmm.
Nadar.
Am I willing to
Pretty good card.
push with purple worm?
2 for 1. Get the trade.
That kind of sucks.
Could also just hold back, play Trisara. Yeah, there is the Reef Worm. Or Simic Ragworm.
Well, I guess we'll sit on it.
The other worms are Coiling Woodworm. Which is
That's your splash, huh? I guess creatures you control have menace is like a real line of text right now.
That it does kind of hurt us. But we have an 8/7 and a Death Toucher, so...
Yeah. They can force something to block this turn, which means Trisara dies, but...
Yeah. Although, no, if they force something to block, if it has menace, then
Oh, yeah.
it would be they would also condemn one of their creatures to death. 2/4's looking pretty hot. Coiling Woodworm is a 3-mana star 1. Its power is equal to the number of
You want to
forests in
Fang
play.
Blade.
That's pretty good.
Creatures you control have menace. Even then, they're not going to be attacking here.
Death Charmer.
So we're going to gain some life to Scry.
That seems very reasonable. That's a treasure.
That'll do it.
Ah, Death Charmer has a special ability. It is a worm mercenary.
That rules. So, they have a danger mode where they can steal cards off our deck, which means they could steal that Glacier, but they'd have to, like, all out, which would be a really weird attack right now.
Death Charmer is also a Grey Ogre that when it deals combat damage to a creature, Ristic deal 2 damage to the opponent.
Holy
they lose
shit.
life unless they pay 2.
Holy shit, Ristic.
That it is a mercenary worm.
Alright, I have to block this.
We have to block that. So which 2 of our creatures are eating it?
I think it's these 2.
Seems, yeah, those are crappy creatures. They get to draw cards here, though, right?
If they pay some life, yes.
Ooh.
Sure.
Butsy Fang Blade is a pretty good card. It's a really solid common. Okay. We venture. Do not seek the treasure. We're going to seek the treasure. Behold! Are you thinking about post-combating it?
Attacking with, like, Underdark Basilisk here.
I can't go that wrong. Worst is it just traded with a 2/2.
Alright. Skeletons. So one of the things they had that was really powerful is the ability to attack pretty heavily here. The skeletons make that super hard now.
We also have an 0/4 to block along with our 8/7. No, we don't. Oh no, they just kill Asara. Okay.
Alright, what's coming in here then?
Okay, I wouldn't have played that land. They might just attack with the Fang Blade. In which case we would probably take 2.
I'd take 2, and then I'd probably crash in with Purple Worm.
They want to pay 2 life to draw a card, which they're at 8.
I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah, we crash in because we're going to have skeletons to attack anyways.
Yeah. So they get to steal cards. That's the other thing I don't like, is that they get to steal cards. And they can play those. They can play them all.
If they complete a dungeon, they're
yeah, they have an anthem.
the anthem. Ooh.
-4, huh?
We can make the owlbear or the dragon have a fungus among us.
Turning the owlbear off means they can't kill our purple worm on attack.
Nah, it means they would have to use the dragon.
Yeah, and that'd be really good.
And then we'll complete the dungeon and we can kill them with a dungeon map. We can just go down the Tomb of Annihilation.
Anyway.
And have a flyer. Okay. They have obviously easy blocks on the skeletons.
Yes.
But they might not be so easy when they also have to deal with the purple worm.
That's the hope. I'm unsure if this is right, but I think if we wait any longer, they have infinite advantage. We can't win. So
yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm happy for that.
Do we kill their?
We kill both.
Kill both their creatures. Yeah,
yeah.
We have 8 power. Okay, this is very good.
That's exactly what I wanted. And then the skeletons give us this infinite sort of like they have to hold back blockers to keep skeletons at home.
They get to attack with the Fang Blade, but they're not going to be able to pay life for much longer anymore because we're going to start attacking their life points directly.
Yeah.
Although they should be attacking with the ship.
Yeah. And I can't block any of this. They get to draw 3 here. Draw 3, mill 3. The problem is they get to. These are all like steel. So this is going to add up a lot. Wow. Yeah. I'm not sure that skeletons is going to be enough because they have too many bodies left. Like.
It's fine. We're going to draw old Fangor. Old Gnawbone.
I'll be happy to be able to fly the... No!
Now, let's see what we draw. Oh, the Roper Groper. Now our skeletons no longer have to attack.
Oh, well.
The thing that really screwed us here was Sylvan Shepherd.
The fact that they can actually gain life here.
That makes their drawing, their card drawing very good. We can't really block anything else. One.
So here's my thought process. If all these can get in somehow, we win.
Yeah. By the way, don't play that plane.
Rip.
Oh, never mind.
Anyway, we were always dead. But yeah, the that one we kind of took too long to get out from under, like to set up and actually get aggressive at them.
Yeah, they let them set up.
Yeah, it might have been worth it to like trade with the worm earlier, but maybe not too. Like.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because you have this 8/7.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of want to be attacking with it, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's the usual logic, but
getting it traded 2-for-1 there, especially off of an owlbear, isn't even a 2-for-1.
Yeah. But then it's just like a mana advantage.
Yeah.
That I don't believe in that much. This is a fine hand.
Yes.
We can enter the Tube of the Mad Mage.
Yeah, to gain our life.
To gain our
which is a very good thing to do with a cloistered guard. Okay, thank God. Thank God we don't have to take that action. Because Glacier Gargoyle never finishes if you do that.
Whereas our
Kill it.
lady here will get a lot done. Because of elves. 2-1.
Lore!
I knew it was happening. But it won't matter because we're going to gain some life here. Actually, nah, we gain the life.
Yeah,
Gaining
because
the life
it's permanent.
Is permanent, yeah. I don't think we want that.
I don't
We have
hate
the
it.
cloister. We have the gargoyles. Maybe we want it. It lets us go map into Basilisk next turn.
I want to find more life gain.
Do we have more life gain?
Maybe.
We have a 7-drop in our hand. We'll draw the lands anyway.
That's fine.
That's the more reason to stride to the bottom is because we were scrying again.
Lower. Yeah, okay.
Bam!
Yeah, that's what we call the rush down.
7-drop wasn't that far. It was 3 turns away. But we'd have to draw 3 lands.
It could have been a little earlier if we drew into like some of the like another venture thing to be able to like get to a treasure token, but
Yeah.
the reason I'm willing to play a 7-drop at all is because treasure tokens exist in this format, by the way. And it's
I thought
usually
you just,
slow enough.
I don't know about that. You've been convinced to play 7-drops far before treasures were even a thing.
You know that
This
draft
ain't
was
it,
8
Chief.
years ago, right?
Yeah, I know it was. Is it any less true?
This is it.
This is it. Yeah. This is the skeletal swarming hand. The only question is, what the hell are we buying?
Yeah, what the hell am I throwing? Am I literally throwing my removal down?
I think we are.
That sucks, but
Our creature, or it's the 2-drop.
no.
Or the worm. I don't know.
Well, we can't throw the worm down because this makes a skeleton that will die. You know, like
Yeah, true enough.
I'm throwing the
So
removal down.
Goodbye, spoils of the hunt.
Yeah, this is the worst. This format is slow enough to play 7-drops, usually. I like to lie to my opponent.
We do have double white spells, but we would have to draw that spell and the planes to cast it anyways.
Yeah, we would see it coming from a while off.
Although this, that doesn't harm us, even if we have to choose between a double white and a double green spell. For one, because we're always going to cast the double green spell. Dragon's Fire. I didn't reveal a dragon.
Lore!
Today's Lord is Sylvan Shepherd, has weird art. If we draw a land, we will easily
One of
trade
the two.
off our lore.
Sure.
And we might suicide our druid and to get the purple worm. Top. Yeah, we have to play the Sylvan lady first. Do we attack this turn or do we attack next turn?
I'll go next turn. Mostly because it's like more attackers, so their blockers are less effective is the idea. Killing the shepherd is a thing they could...
Time to sleep.
Sure. Okay.
We get to attack for 2 or more. Yeah, just admit the rope is going to be tapped for a while. We're in danger.
We are. Dead next turn, huh?
Oh, we're only taking 7.
Right,
So,
but we can't
we
stop
draw-
the red dragon.
If we draw the bard, we attack for 6.
All right.
Okay, can we at least draw the bard? No. Okay. Skeleton warrior.
Ugh. Skeleton. We
got smushed.
we got crushed under evasion.
Yeah, they were playing a removal heavy deck with good flyers. Like, you should expect to lose to Phantom Monster a lot.
Anyway, that
and then
one
they had a dragon that was also a lava axe.
that dragon's good as hell. I respect that one a ton because there's not a ton of direct damage in this set. It's like that magic missile, I think. I'm trying to think if there's any others. Anyway, 3 and 3. I'm sad that we actually lost when we skeletoned.
Yeah, maybe skeleton swarming is not the hotness we thought it was.
I think it's
stole a game.
I think it's still hotness. It's just
here's my problem with the card: the ground gets so gummed up.
Yeah, you need like ways to force it.
Because creatures are bad and removal is light, and
the fact that removal is light is the reason I like it.
Yeah, that makes. Although if removal was good, the card would be kind of good, right? In the assembled legion kind of way. Eliwick Tumblestrum.
Alright. Yeah, Drizzt is a much more straightforward I am 10 power plus like double strike in play, which is just like this is hell.
This is hell. It lets you distortion strike. Sorcerer. Sorcerer class should be worse than wizard class. And it looks like it probably is. It's a little D&D humor for everyone at home.
The thing about it is that its final is like you go to level 3 and then you're with your deck, you're effectively telling your opponent, kill me now or you are dead.
That is true.
Like if you're playing constructed, like please kill me right now or else I'm just going to like cantrip you off of the face of the earth.
This is a weird card. But it does make a Chandelar card.
Does make a Chandelar card. Which is pretty
Sadly, good. Chandelar, the Fairy Dragon, does not play random effects.
Sadly. That'd be really be in Serena, we could do it.
Yeah, this is an EDH card.
I saw one opponent in the first draft we did. We had an opponent who went turn 2 red green legend, turn 3 green legend, turn 4 red legend, and just was like the one person in the universe who was using this.
There are a ton of uncommon legends, Kamigawa style, on this set, so you can do it. You shouldn't.
Yeah.
Zorn. Just a little creature. Just a little man.
It's just Zorn. Hey, you see a pair of goblins? There they are.
You do see a pair of goblins.
That's them. That's the pair of goblins. Alright. Anyway, that's Forgotten Realms for today.
Forgotten Realms, the most generic fantasy setting imaginable, is here. Made more interesting by the fact that there are Dungeons and Dragons references.
Yeah. Anyway.
Gotta say, this set far less obnoxious than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I still have my pin that is just not liking the D&D set being a standard legal set. Like,
there's that, and I don't like the backflipping rules-wise that they had to do to make dungeons work. In the sense that they feel very Yu-Gi-Oh! The cards, and like they don't feel like they fit into the comp rules, right? This Turing complete rule system, it still is. It just they had to really work that. They had to cram that in with a screwdriver.
The thing is, I think that they're going to be doing more of that over time because they already have been and will be, right? Like companion shows, they're not shying away from,
which is good, but it's scary.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you all for joining. Thank you. President
Nick Thimeron.
Nick Thimeron for the big
25 big ones.
subs. Yeah, if you want to catch what's going on, you can always follow. See when you're live. 7 Central weekdays. Tomorrow is Slay the Spire, and Thursday is nearing the end on FF8. We have, like, I think 2 sessions left. Next week is the end of Disc 3, beginning of Disc 4. And then next...
And then the week after is Celine Dion Day.
Then the week after that, I don't actually know what's going on. But yeah, so you can subscribe to get the Mole Drifter and Skull and Slime. I think that's everything. So thank you all for joining. Thank you, Gnome.
I'm Gnomebitten.
Thank you, Medibot, for joining earlier.
Medibot was earlier.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.